Welcome to my next lecture in Java 17. Today we are going to see about sealed classes and interfaces in Java 17. So let's see the table of contents. So we are going to see about what is domain modeling in Java and what the sealed classes is, what Java 17 is missing and what sealed classes helps to figure it out. And finally let's see about the real-time example. As we know, Java is an object-oriented programming language, so where everything will be considered as a class and objects only. So in Java we can have a hierarchy based modeling. Say for example, we can have one parent class called shape, and multiple classes can extend the parent class, so those are all called the child class. So in that hierarchy we are also having some other class types like abstract class and final class. For abstract class we cannot able to create an instance directly, but we need to extend it with another class, and we can able to create instance for that particular class. And the final class is nothing but a class which we cannot extend by any other class. So these two class types, abstract and final, are the two extreme sides of a coin. So what is missing here? So absolutely the one which is in between abstract class and the final class is missing here. So let's see what is sealed class. A sealed class and interface, it will be between abstract and final class, so it will restrict the hierarchy. So we will see how it restricts the hierarchy, but you can say still the final class is also restrict the hierarchy, right? But still sealed class will be permitting some classes or interfaces to extend this particular sealed class, and it will not allow any other classes or interfaces to extend it. So which is nothing but in between abstract and final class. So this one we can call it as closed domain modeling. Now let's see about an example. So let me open my IntelliJ. Yeah, so I have a sample project with a main class, so I'm going to create one new interface first, so called shape. Yeah, so by default I have a public interface called shape. I'm going to convert this interface as a sealed interface, so we can use the keyword sealed here. Yeah, so now it is giving me an error. So sealed class must have subclasses. So this interface must have sub interface or must have subclasses which implements this interface. So I can have multiple classes here. So I'm creating one called circle which implements shape. Yeah, so now this is also giving an error. Why? Because is this the reason for this sealed interface is to have a closed hierarchy, but we are having a class which is implementing this shape interface is an open, like it's not a closed one. So to make it a closed one, we can make the circle class as a final class. So whatever class is implementing this sealed interface or extending a sealed class must be a final class. Yeah, so we can also have multiple classes which implements shape as well. Yeah, so now I have triangle and rectangle as well. So this is a interface based implementation. So only this interface, sealed interface, is public here. So within the same interface Java class only, I am having all these three classes. So now I am trying to create a instance for the shape. So shape, so I can able to create a instance for circle. Similarly for triangle. So if I run this, it will not give me any compile time as well as runtime errors. Yes. So if you see here, I have all these three final classes in the same shape.java class. Why can't we have it in each separate classes? Let's try that out as well. So I'm creating a new class called circle, which implements shape. As we know already, it should be sealed class. So here we can able to see circle is not allowed in the sealed hierarchy. So which means whatever classes we are having here, so in the same file, is allowed by default to implement this shape sealed interface, but anything outside the class is not allowed. So to allow, what we can do is we can add circle in the permits list of the sealed interface. So now you can see we have the keyword called permits, which is having circle, rectangle and triangle as well. So yeah, this is not a sealed class, sorry. This should be a final class. So now let's try to run this. Yeah, so no error I'm having. Similarly, I want to change it as a class. So only changes, instead of implements, I can have it as extends, as the parent is the class, not an interface. Now also I'm trying to run. Yes, so you could see. So only the classes which are allowed in the permit list of this sealed class or interface will be allowed to extend or implement this particular shape sealed class or interface. So also remember, whatever we are having in the permit list should be a final class. So let's try it out by making this triangle as a interface. So an interface, we cannot have a final, so we can remove it. So interface cannot extend a class, so it should be also be an interface. Then here we can see implements, and here implements. But what about this? So this should be either a sealed one, or it should have one final class implements this triangle interface. So we can create object for this triangle class. And one more thing is, either one of these modifiers is expected. So by default we need to make this triangle as a sealed interface. So this hierarchy is now closed. The shape can be extended by an interface triangle, and that is implemented by this triangle class. So if we move this triangle class to a separate Java file, then here also we can mention the permits triangle class, and then we can move this to a separate class. See, now it is not giving me any error. So now I can able to run this without any error. Yeah, so that's all the real-time example I have. Yeah, thank you for listening to my lecture, and we'll see in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share my video. Yeah, thank you.